Ladies and gentlemen, Two Dudes Talk Music in conjunction with E. Brown Industries and Big Jerry Burger brings to you everybody's new favourite game show, Get in the Bin. Now, let's go to our host, Reverend Raph and the beer buddy, Kyle. Welcome back to the Two Dudes Talk Music YouTube channel. I am the Reverend Raph, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the beer buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
And Jesse from Inherit Nothing, who's been talking with us this week all about the band Inherit Nothing, their new album, and their involvement with WHISPERFEST, and just generally, bearing soul, doing all that kind of fun stuff. And it is time for our favourite segment of the week, Get in the Bin. Now, Jesse, you'll probably get a kick out of this. We did used to have a different name for this segment. It actually used to be called the Fuck Off Files. That was when we were doing the live streams, but we thought, you know what, because we like the alliteration, and things like that. But we thought, moving it over to YouTube might not like us calling a whole series of videos the Fuck Off Files. So we had to come up with a different name for it. But yes, the whole point of this purpose is we talk to Jesse and we say, if you would, grab all the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet and have the power to snap your fingers and eliminate anything you wanted out of the music business, what would they be? What would three things be and why? They can be big or small. They can be altruistic or selfish. They can be any aspects of the business whatsoever. So with all of that said, mate, let's get down to it. What would be the first thing that you would eliminate from the music business and why?
Not too sure, to be honest. Obviously, probably I'd say egos from other artists. And other bands and stuff. Like at the end of the day, that shit's just not really needed. And if I smell that from you, I'm probably not going to engage with you as much as I would engage with someone that I click really well with. To be fair, there's very rarely been an instance where, from the inception of Inherit Nothing, that I've worked with someone where I thought, this guy's a bit of a flog. I'm probably not going to work with him very much. There's been very few times where that's been the case. But in my previous band, Enquiries, that was the case on a weekly basis. So that is probably just something I would, it was a very toxic environment, that place, that band. It was not ideal there. And there was a couple of members of the band that were really cool guys, but there was a couple of members that were pretty average people. The bands we were surrounding ourselves with were they were great bands, but they were pretty average as people as well. And eventually I left the music scene for 5 years and came back and formed Inherit Nothing. So
I'm sorry that you missed out on those 5 years, mate, because
I had a lot of sleep. I played a lot of video games. I did a lot of fuck all. So it was needed, but it is what it is, man.
Look, that's fair enough.
That is one thing I'd eliminate. I'd just eliminate everyone's fucking ego and not have to deal with it.
I was going to say, if you wanted to escape the toxicity, video games are the last place you should have gone, especially GTA.
I play FIFA and Madden, bro.
Oh, okay. That's even worse.
Look, for what it's worth, man, like we've had to, we've managed to score some pretty, like, I'm not going to say industry, like top of the industry people necessarily, but some people doing amazing work and that are, out there touring, playing on a global stage with their bands. It's always refreshing when we get, like, no one that we've had of that level has been like egotistical or anything, they've all been really, really cool. So, and it's so nice to see when you get those people that they're just like us. They're just passionate about music and they just love doing it. And they've been fortunate enough to be able to make it their career. And they're just they're so chills. So that's it. I think for the most part, egos tend to get, funnily enough, there's like I think it's in some ways, it's almost like a bit of a Dunning-Kruger effect, where people know a little bit about a subject, think they know heaps, and then once they learn more, they realize that they don't, how much they don't know. I feel like there's a similar thing with egos, right? Like people get a little bit of success on a local scale, and some people start thinking that they're bigger than everybody else, but once they kind of get, if they get past that, they're kind of like, oh, like we're just really not you know, like there's no need for us to have this attitude, and just if you get past that mentality, and some people never do, but if you can get past that
I
mentality,
understand.
there's
Yeah.
you know, it's just great to have fun with, because, and I don't think anyone that has a massive ego about themselves really has that much fun doing music either.
No, you're right.
They're hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Good. So egos is
I like
number
it.
one. What would be number two?
There you go. Number two, probably those fees that venues charge you when you book the show. Like, when they say, oh, like it's you get all the ticket fucking profits, but we charge so much for you to hire the space. Like, obviously the venues have to make money themselves, and it's got to be done. But we're talking about a perfect utopian world
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you
that
could
doesn't
make it,
exist.
Yes, 100%.
And
This
then
is your list,
I
bro.
get to choose what's going on. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
second thing that I would.
yeah,
I
I
would.
mean,
Yeah.
ideal
You're
world.
Thanos at this
Ideal
point.
world, we don't need money. We don't need to work jobs to support ourselves.
Yeah.
So we can,
That's
we
exactly
don't need
right.
to charge people entry into shows, because
Yep.
Yeah.
we're there just doing what we want to do, and people want to go and see it.
Free
And we
beer,
can-
and I don't
and
have
we
to
can
eat anymore.
give
I
the
can just
merch
sit
away
out
to
and just
people.
absorb food.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, that would probably be the third thing, man. Venues taking merch cuts. We've never had to experience that yet. There might be a chance that we never get to experience that. I don't know what type of venues do take those merch cuts. I assume it's fucking places like Rod Laver and all that sort of stadium shows. But I'm sure there's some other venues like on a smaller level that do it as well. But yeah, the fact that it's a topic of discussion and something that I can mention in a podcast and have you know what I'm talking about is pretty fucking shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that will change.
No, absolutely.
no.
I mean, it was.
And you're right. It is so unfortunate that you mentioned it. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
about that. It shouldn't be a
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Like, I know that I do know that there was an announcement from like Live Nation a while back or something that they're going to be changing their policy around that, and sort of not. I don't know if they've followed through on it, to be honest with you. But I know there was an announcement that they were going to be stopping that. I actually watched a great video just yesterday about how like Ticketek and Live Nation ended up kind of dominating and monopolizing the whole business, and like owning venues and the ticketing system and the promotions and the advertising and the whole thing. And apparently they more or less use gigs as loss leaders, so they make basically like almost no profit on the gigs themselves, but they make more money off like promotion and sponsorships of the gigs. So like ticket sales and ticket sales to an event, and are like such a slim profit margin for them. But like sponsorship of the gigs and things like that, brand deals and that sort of stuff, brings in like way more for it, and it's just that, and obviously like stupid amounts of fucking fees that they're charging people and everything. So
yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, there you go. That was nice and easy, nice and quick. That one, get in the bin.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very, very much to Jesse, man. Like honestly, you spent a bunch of time with us today, which has been great, and we've really been loving getting these videos out. Getting these videos out to the people this week. Like we've been talking about, you want to get over and check out the page for WhisperFest. We will have links down in the description for that, as well as to all of Inherit Nothing's social media pages down in the description, so you guys can follow them on all the things and be aware of any gigs coming in your area, because it sounds like they're going to be crazy busy this year. And
we plan to be.
hell yeah. Look, hopefully you can get up to Brisbane and I can get along to a show and see this incredible live show that Kyle's been raving all to me about.
Appreciate it. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, well, there you go. In the meantime, go and spin that new album from these boys. It's an absolute cracker. Check out the disco bit as well. And
100%. 100%.
And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, maybe consider subscribing, checking out the Patreon. If you didn't like the video, downvote the shit out of it. Let us know what you would change about the music business down in the comments. I have been Raf. This is the Beer Buddy Kyle. Once again, that is Jesse from Inherit Nothing. You guys have been absolutely amazing for watching this week, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.